in the kitchen. Come and try my dish, bitch, in the kitchen. Welcome to this dish, bitch, in the kitchen. This is bitch, in the kitchen, in the kitchen. This is bitch, in the kitchen, yeah. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the next episode of Bleep in the Kitchen. So good to see you all and have you back. Welcome to all of those who are brand new. Today, I am making 2 app starter salads for your guests, for your enjoyment, all of the above. They're delicious. One is dairy-free, one is not dairy-free and has cheese. I'm just gonna show you start to finish because what you're looking at right here is literally all that you're gonna need. And it's really not gonna take that long. We can do this in less than 20 minutes, I'm sure. And go. Okay. First up, we have a fennel citrus salad. Dairy-free, seed oil-free, gluten-free, nightshade-free, all the things free, whole food, anti-inflammatory meal. Snack, lunch. I got this dish in Napoli when I was there, so I'm going to plate the fennel salad on this one. First, you're gonna want to get a nice fat piece of fennel. This should be enough. It will have this on the top, which I don't use. I actually, fun fact, hate the taste of licorice. If you don't know what fennel tastes like, fennel tastes a lot like licorice, in which I do not love. But when it's in the form of a root and there's a bunch of water content in it, it sort of dilutes it and it's more bearable, especially with the salad that I'm about to make. I literally make this all the time. For your scraps, you know what to do. We're gonna get the broth bag. You know what to do. I have to start a new broth bag. And I've actually been putting some of this in my tea steeper and making fennel tea. I'm gonna actually keep one of them out so I could do that. I don't wanna waste any of this. After all, this is a no-waste household. All right, I'm gonna leave the broth bag out in case we have to put anything else in there, which we're definitely gonna have to. First things first, we're gonna get the fennel and we're gonna cut the fennel in about 1/2 inch. This is all part of your preference, but I like them pretty thin, maybe less than 1/2 inch, maybe 1/4 inch. Straight down. This is gonna be a little fat, but you know what? I'm just gonna slice the rest. And I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be too strong. The closer to this part, the stronger the taste of licorice. So like, that's why I'm just a root girly. So as soon as you do this, we can just plate it. We're gonna plate it immediately. So you can kind of just separate how you wish. Sometimes I'll like take this part out and I'll put it in my broth bag because it's not as pretty. That's more of an appearance thing. And they separate naturally. They'll just come right off into rings. And there is the eyeball in the middle. The eyeball, very hard. It's the only time where I don't like it hard. Funny, haha funny. We're just gonna make a nice bed because we're about to top this with some shit. A nice fluffy bed to rest on. If you fell from the sky, you would want to land on this. Think of it that way. Next, because it's the most time consuming for me personally, I'm gonna start to peel the orange. I would peel the orange. I wouldn't cut the orange and then peel it. Reason being, I like to separate it at its natural folds, if you will. And you'll see what I mean. I mean, everyone knows what a fucking orange is, but I think, wow. Oh my gosh, the hole is right there and ready. What I mean by natural folds is we want to separate it where it's naturally going to separate. Gosh, it is really just so crazy how fruits and vegetables resemble human bodies. As soon as you peel it, you can plate it. You peel it, you plate it. It's a play on you break it, you buy it. So funny. Okay, so the point of this dish, you're getting sweet citrus, you're getting bitter slightly from the fennel. You're gonna get that texture creamy component when we put on the next ingredient, which is an avocado. If you're wondering, I don't put my orange rinds in my broth bag because rinds actually will make your broth bitter if they boil for like 8 hours at a time. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? I'm gonna get a spoon because I wanna do this in a particular way. This is all just for appearance, okay? But what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to scoop the avocado out and put her face down on my cutting board. I'll do this for both sides. Again, I've made this salad in a very quick pinch and I didn't do all of this, but personally, I like when the avocado is sliced like this. So now that they are nice and sliced this way, we'll make it look prettier, so I'll take the ends off. This is what I mean, anyone can cook. We are going to put the avocado, they see me rolling, they hating, my dog is knocking at the door, I'm busy. Can you see I'm fucking busy? Can you see I'm fucking busy? Oh my gosh, this is turning out to be so... I don't know if you guys can hear him because I have my Rode on. Brixton. I really just can't with that face. Okay, buddy, come on, I'm sorry. I love this boy. I love this boy, I love this boy, I love this boy. I didn't touch him, okay? My hands are so clean. All right, I think I'm actually just gonna have a little bit of leftover avocado. Let me rinse my hand really quick. Guys, this is pretty much it. Like, you're almost done. Here's what I encourage next. I encourage that you get some fat, flaky salt. Jacobsen and Malden are great. Your salt is important, but what's even more important is the olive oil that you're going to be using. I have some very exclusive olive oil from Rachel Ray that is actually better than some of the olive oil that I bought in Italy. These are from the olives from her olive farm in Italy. Stellar olive oil. When you're looking for an olive oil, I recommend extra virgin, especially if it's topping olive oil, some really good quality. Spend the extra $10 for the olive oil, single origin, extra virgin olive oil. You can't use anything that's like clear when you pour it out. No disgusting canola vegetable, none of that. You don't want refined olive oil. Even if you can get organic, that's great. And something from Italy, Spain, etc. over there. California is good, but it doesn't have that flavor and that profile that you're gonna want for a dish like this, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to drizzle this on top like such. This is the simplest salad and it's so incredible. And then you're gonna get your flaky salt. The flaky salt is going to pull this all together. You have the sweet, you have the salt, and don't worry about how much it is on the top because once you dive in, you're gonna mix it all together and it's gonna be evenly distributed and it's gonna be delicious. So here is my final product. Serve chilled. Duh. Okay, I'm going in with the taste test. Oh. Stop. I didn't get the whole bite yet. I had to trim the fennel down first. Relax. There's just something so fucking phenomenal and simple about this fucking salad. Guys, this salad's so good. Please make it for someone. Make it for someone you love. It's phenomenal and it's so simple. Okay, on to the next. Let's cook some no-cook salad. So this is just an assemble salad. We're going burrata. And then we're also going sweet salt always. A lot of my meals have the sweet salt component. Chicken salad, that's one of my things. I kind of do it with my bowls too, which you'll see in a little bit, but let's get started. So first you are going to pick your base. I think arugula works best, but feel free to choose any kind of green you want. Arugula just has that bitter quality to it and that little spice factor. All right, again, if you're falling from the sky, the bed you want to land on, okay? Make it nice, make it nice. Make it nice. Adriana meatballs in here, make it nice. Then we're gonna make, I wanna do this first. I wanna do this first. Okay, now I'm getting my beets. I know beets are gonna be kind of a deal breaker for some of you. I would encourage you to just try it in this dish, okay? You can find beets everywhere. I've seen them at Costco. These are from Trader Joe's. I've seen them at Wegmans where they already are boiled, they're already peeled, and the only ingredient is red beets, okay? This is the most efficient way to have beets. I know they taste like dirt. I love beets, but that's just me. That's just me. All right, listen, beets get messy, so rinse them before you put them on your cutting board because the juice will get everywhere and the juice doesn't always come out. This whole segment is about anyone can cook. Please look at my sink. This is real life. All right, again, for the presentation, you could cut them however you want. This has like a little hair on and this is definitely where the root was coming out of, so I disregard and I will put in my broth bag. I like to cut these kind of like I cut my avocado, thin and circular. Okay, and here we go. We're going beets. Oh my gosh, did you just actually see that? Look at how gorgeous. When you hold it up to, can you fucking see that? Oh, you have to come this way. Check this out. And y'all think you have to medicate with man-made prescriptions. I won't get into that right now, but you know my other videos are gonna have some shit. Okay, when you're done with that, here's where I like to add a little bit of the flavor. So green onions are what I prefer for this type of salad. If I'm making another type of salad, I might like a white onion, thin slice, but green onions on this one are particularly delicious with the burrata. So we are now gonna go in, elaborate on our bed here. I mean, the aroma of these things. I'm gonna keep using these, so I'm not gonna put them in my broth bag, but once I do, these parts, broth bag. Next, for the sweet component, you can add whatever fruit you want. I have done citrus before, but since I had citrus in my other salad, I am going blueberries. They add a very nice, earthy, grounding sweetness that is different than a citrus, but still very good and adds a beautiful color to the plate. I'm just taking a couple handfuls and you know, we measure with our heart here, right? I'm just looking at this and whatever looks good to me is what's gonna happen. I don't really know how to measure. I just feel. That's why I call this intuitive cooking. Now, for the salt and a little crunch, you could pick a nut or a seed. I've done pumpkin seeds, pepitas, I've done pistachios, I've done obviously walnuts, and that's what I'll be using today. These are shelled walnuts. I have to make this PSA. I have to make this PSA. When you are buying nuts at the grocery store, please turn the package around and look at the ingredients list and make sure that there are no added sugars or seed oils in this. Trail mix, nuts, all of these things are the most common ways that the USDA allows these ingredients into your food, okay? And you don't know. So make sure they are dry. These are dry. I got these from, I think, the grocery outlet by my house. So I kind of like them fat, but if you want to mash them up in a bag, you could do that first. I like when they're big. Here's another, let me see if I can find a good one. Here's another food that looks like the human body. Lungs. This is colorful. This is beautiful. This is a single ingredient meal put together to make a flavor blast in your mouth hole. And it's always that way, and I'll die on that hill. Okay, so traditionally what I do is I will dress this with Maldon salt, of course. So I will do that first. Careful on the salt though, because the nuts a lot of times will just add a natural salt. So we'll do that. Then I'm going to dress the salad as a whole before I put the burrata on. Just a flick of the wrist with that. I am individually going to salt and dress the burrata, okay? This burrata I got from Trader Joe's. I find that their burrata is clean. There's nothing to it. How do I get this open? I'm gonna stab it. Seems like balls is a common theme in my cooking videos. You're gonna plop this guy right in the center, just like that. So for the first time in history, I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different because it's in my fridge and I wanna try it. I have this pomegranate molasses that I think is going to complement this very well. I'm not gonna put it on the whole salad. I'm going to drizzle it on top of the burrata. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna salt my burrata, beep beep boppy boop, and then I'm just going to let this run down. And if you wanna garnish, I have a couple of these, right? We could just, if you wanna garnish, bam, bam, throw that thing in a circle, you know what I'm saying? And once all is said and done, that's your burrata salad. I will take one bite. Here's the burrata, wow. And let's see, all right. Fun fact, the inside of burrata is actually called stracciatella. And they sell that by itself in Italy, everywhere. Okay, let me get a combo bite. We want the blueberries. I have all of it. I have it all. I think I have it all. All right. What a roller coaster of emotions I just went on in that 5 seconds. The molasses is giving a vinegar side that I've never experienced. It changes the dish, but not in a bad way. I would eat it both ways, but it is different. Now that you've seen me devour both of my salads and assemble both of my salads, thank you for coming to this episode of Bitch in the Kitchen. I hope that you enjoy either my burrata or my fennel salad. Please let me know down in the comments below if you try one of these and how you like it, or if you decided to change it in any way. Sprinkle some salt onto that subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you next time.